Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Team Building with Zooch, where I take a live guest and team build with them for a matchup and then look at the replay and the build afterwards. So without further ado, we have our guest here, Mish. What's going on, dude?
I'm fine, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. We got a good one here today. Before we get started, though, this is just pretty much Terra preview, 2 Terra caps, Gen 9, nothing crazy, right?
Yeah. No,
Alright.
myself.
Alright, just standard stuff. Alright, cool. So before we go into just building, and you did say you had a couple of sets in mind here, so you can go ahead and let me know what you thought of here for a sec, or for a minute.
So, first of all, the GM Power, it looks like that's kind of like a better matchup. Mamola, Klevsky, Crawdon to an extent can all kind of mess with him. So I kind of cooked a set here, where it's like substitute Ruination to just abuse Klevsky and Mamola. And then you have Throw Chop, which blocks a Ruin Voice. And then besides that, and if he brings like Play Rough Mamola, then nothing breaks like a sub from Chimpo. And then last moves up for like a fill move.
Let's see.
So that's a thing like.
Yeah. Do you have like bulk to not break, or does it just not break in general?
No, like 24 HP kind of stuff. The player just does break it, but if you bring something like a Luma Voice, then Throw Chop blocks it. Then
okay.
Yeah.
Play rough. What they have play rough here? It would just be for Chimpao, because if he's smart, I think if he's using Alamola for Chimpao, because he could also use Alamola for like Blaziken instead or something, and then Klefki for Chimpao. So, but if he is dedicating this mainly for Chimpao, he should have play rough, because I mean I've played, obviously Theo is like the pretty big stall player, and I played him a bunch, so when he builds his teams, he pretty much knows what Pokemon is going to check what. So I think it's just, and then he makes sure like he can't get subbed on, or like there's nothing that he can do to just, because I mean he could have a plan where like even if you do sub, if you just slow flip turns, he could go into something to try to abuse you, but you'll be behind a substitute. So he doesn't really have like anything that can like, unless you have like a Scarf Rotom even, or Scarf like something else. But even Scarf Rotom, like if you have Ice Shard, not really a good idea. So
yeah,
it can definitely work. Looking at the Resistio, it is pretty much just these two guys. I mean, like Cardant does resist Crunch, but something like Banded, for example, I think could still work. The thing with Banded though is, yeah, you could probably get a kill, but then you do get trapped after. If he's like Terra Fairy or just Terra something. I do still think like Crunch, like you could be, I'm pretty sure you could be adamant here too, right? Yeah, you could be adamant here.
Yeah, you can adamant.
Yeah, like let's say they do bring Gothitelle, which they probably will, and they Terra into, just say you're Banded Fairy. Like, you still do a lot. You still do a pretty good chunk to him, even if he does try to trick you after. I want to see how much it does to Aloe though, because if it does 2-shot, like it does seem pretty nice. It almost does 2-shot. Like one hazard will 2-shot it. Klefki can take it a bit better, it looks like. So maybe Bandit isn't the best play. So that could definitely work. It's just if they do have something like play rough, then your set becomes kind of like useless. It doesn't really do anything. You're gonna sub, and then it's just gonna break your sub.
Really.
Yeah, it's play rough. But then even if they go Klefki, for example, like you can Ruination it down. But are you gonna actually like beat it 1v1? Like how much does Throat Chop do to it?
Not much. I mean, with Adamant, it probably does like 30-ish, right? Because it's the same, like it's the same as Crunch.
Same as Crunch, yeah.
But then like the last move, I felt like maybe a bit too much of a cookery, but I feel like Recover could be really cool, just like as like a.
If you're bulky, yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Obviously,
but then Ice Shard is also really nice for like D-Knight and Rotom and stuff.
Yeah, I think the D-Knight's going to be made to kind of check. Probably Blaziken plus Landorus, if I had to guess, because...
Yeah, I didn't have Blaziken in the original phase. I think it's kind of better.
Yeah, because with multi-scale, like, even if you SD on the Switch, Stone Edge isn't going to kill. And Earthquake can just kill you. Or Hurricane, or whatever he wants to bring. So I think D-Knight's definitely going to be defensive here. I mean, it could be used... It's got to be used for one of these two guys. And I guess it could just multi-scale in general is nice just to have maybe versus
Yeah.
Archelodon too, you know. So I think defensive D Knight is definitely a bring here for sure. Annihilate is also kind of a problem because obviously Defiant is annoying. So I mean, just the stabs is really really good versus your team. Annihilate.
There was another like thing that I thought about with the Annihilate thing. He's he's ground resistant like what Dragonite and Rotom right? And then Dragonite kind of loses to like Stone Edge if I chip it down a bit, and Rotom I can like U-turn. So I thought maybe even like something like Mirror Headlanders, and then I can go on like Lando to get that attack boost and just like even sub on something and just shadow attacking.
Wait. So you're saying Mirror Urban Landorus?
Yeah, so like the original like thing I thought was just like Swords and Yache, Yashiberry.
Yeah.
Because it's like Ice Spinner, Dragonite, and like Ice Spinner trades and stuff.
Yeah.
But Mirror is also pretty cool to just like revenge and pretty really easily.
If you're Mirror right and you send in Landorus versus Annihilate Defiant, do you get that boost? Do you know?
I get the boost. I don't remember if it's like +1 or +2, but you do get a boost.
Well, it's probably just whatever Defiant would give you, I would assume. So it'd probably be +2.
Because like you even if you like it goes from like -1 to like +1, right? But it's still like a two.
It's a two-stage boost.
So
Yeah.
So it might be just like Swordsdance.
Yeah, I think you do. I think that is true. That's interesting actually.
We can come back to it like later and like do the more like standard stuff probably.
Yeah, I kind of want to see if that works though. Like that could be a really good because like just a free Swords Dance, like it's pretty hard for him to switch into it, like
because you have like Stone Edge for Dragonite and then Rotom I think one doesn't count me because like it's pretty shit into like Whimsicott or Caldon Lando, right? It'll blaze the team.
Yeah.
And then 2, even then like Stone Edge does like a lot of damage, and I can like even U-turn just does a lot of damage if I need it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come back to it though. So that's an interesting Jam Pal set though. What else have you got cooking? Anything else?
Besides those two stuff, it's mostly like those are like my offensive guys. The last one is like Mew, which I kind of struggled on like thinking of something because I don't think Caldon is like gonna be offensive. I think Caldon is gonna be offensive, like one of the offensive ones. So
yeah,
like Mew's gonna be my Terra guy, and then I don't really see like a Terra. I put Ghost on. Ghost like because you can like revenge again and that and stuff and like Tail.
Yeah.
And actually had like specs on my builder because his team is so slow. And then Treads and Salaza doesn't actually like do much to me.
Yeah.
Specs Shadow Ball looks really really free here, right? It's like briefly, and then into Bliss there I can like click Sky Shock. I can click Ice Beam for like Dragonite, and I have like Volt Switch last I think just for like pivot.
Yeah, it does kind of make you have to. If he does bring Blissier card on, again, the problem is if you lock into Psyshock, you're going to get revenged by Gothitelle. Oh, if you're a Terra Ghost, though. If you're Terra Ghost, you can switch. I didn't even think of that.
But yeah, I didn't think of that. Like, yeah.
That is
smart,
that's
like the Shadow Ball.
Yeah. So Terra Ghost I like for a couple of reasons, too. I was going to say, like, I don't know if Salazzle necessarily comes. I mean, it can come. It doesn't really do a ton to, like, Tentacruel, like, at all, actually. Or like Ursaring can take it on pretty well. So I was gonna say what you could do is also Toxic Spike him, and then you could use Mew to spin block too. I also like Terra. I always like Terra Dark when there is a pretty clear Psychic answer, which is this guy. So to avoid it, because if you're Terra Dark, you can still run. You don't have to be specs. You could run something like just Dragon Dance, which could weaken the Alomomola for Chimpao. Another thing you could do is you could run like dual setup, so you can be with like weakness policy, for example. So you can be like Iron Defense, Calm Mind, because again his team is pretty slow, so you don't necessarily need Dragon Dance, to be honest. If you want to be special, I think special probably is a bit better here, because the moves, you don't really need a lot of moves. Like you can if you want to be Terra Dark, what are the dark resists? It's just what, Klefki and
Cordon, which is
Cardon,
like fake.
right? So, I mean, if you want, you could, if you're scared of like Blissey kind of being annoying, you could have Psyshock as your other move. So, I mean, the only Pokemon that really resists both attacks is Crawdont, if you'd be like a Dark and a Psychic move. Again, I don't really know. We don't know what he's going to bring. Cardont does make a actually not bad here because of the priority with these two guys. And then it does resist Champal priority too. So I could actually see
do have like
coming.
Like a called on Whimsicott though, which kind of blocks him. Like
yeah.
it could be a bring, but it's not like the end of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's Muse definitely, there's not necessarily a certain Terra type that sticks out immediately. But I do like Ghost too, it makes a lot of sense. As far as Pokemon that we for sure have to bring, I mean, I think like Chimpao is just too good to never bench, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
I do like Tentacruel here. I think Tentacruel can come in pretty easily on things like Aloe, Klefki, which you know are probably going to come. And then if Salazzle comes, it's a really good thing. So, yeah, I do like Toxic Spike here. I do think Tentacruel would probably have to be Shed Shell, because that is a target that Gothitelle would love to trap. So
I mean, unless it's Scarf, I can just flip turn on it.
You can run Flip Turn, yeah, that's another option too. But I was gonna say something like so Toxic Spikes makes a lot of sense. I think just having Toxic, like just Toxic, is really really solid.
Yeah, here. I had Toxic on my build.
Yeah, Toxic Spike I think is good because Toxic could be good for something like Dress Dragonite. That's the pretty big thing. There's no heal bell, right? It's only like Chimecho gets it or whatever. So there's no way to remove.
Maybe Blissey gets it actually. I think Blissey gets it.
Oh, does it? Okay, that's actually annoying.
Check also.
Yeah, I have it right here. Let's see. I've like never played this guy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, heal bell. Okay. All right, so that's definitely something to take into account. But yeah, I mean, you could run Flip Turn if you don't want to, if you want to run a different item. I think that's fine too. But I think we should start with Tentacruel, Toxic Spike, because yeah, I really just don't think Salazzle comes. And if it does come, like, you can set a Toxic Spike. Salazzle's not gonna come in on Tentacruel. It's gotta come in at some other point. So.
You think these spikes are worth though? Because he has like a lot of monsters that like either don't get affected or just don't really care about it.
It's mainly for like these three guys here, because like they're very annoying, and I don't know how he is. Like when I see Alma here, like initially you want to think, oh, Rocky Helmet is great here, right? For Chimpao Blaziken, even Landor's U-turn, but I think on stall teams or teams like this, like it's really, especially when he only has one removal. I think it's Treads, right? That's it. I think it's way better to run Boots on a lot of these guys. So I don't know how he necessarily builds. I don't really see him play ever. So I know he builds like play stall like a lot, so he should have a good understanding. But I think if he doesn't, like Toxic Spikes is really really solid here. Plus Tentacruel can have knockoff too to knock off the boots of things.
Yeah, my my build was like knockoff, spin, flipper, and toxic. I think something like that.
Knockoff spin. Yeah, so he does have spikes here. Is this his only spiker? Spikes and rocks he has?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have toxic? I guess he does have toxic spike too. But you have Tentacruel. I think just every bit of chip on teams like this do matter. So, but if you don't want to run toxic spike, that's fine. I definitely think some sort of like spike comes here, and the only spiker you have right is Mew, I think. So
yeah,
I think we should bring one of the two, honestly, because it's gonna be hard to break this team. I think. I mean, you have a pretty strong team. I'm gonna lie, so maybe not necessarily, but we should. I guess we should see like kind of how we build these guys. If we're just breaking or if we bring setup, it depends. But we could.
I don't really like setup into the Ghost because
that's true. Yeah.
Like what. Like the strat I told you about, like he likes to run a lot of the time, like Shriek, Protect, Torment, and it's just gonna mess it up with my, like setting up.
Yeah, I think if we do bring a setup Pokemon, we probably have to have a way to get out of Gothitelle, either with Shed Shell or with like U-turn on these guys or something, So just so that doesn't happen. But Yeah, we'll leave the last slot here as either Toxic or Toxic Spike. Or if we want one Toxic, we can take off something else for Toxic Spike. But
Yeah.
this is okay for now. So if we're not running Shed Shell, then we don't. Then, because we have Flip Turn, then we could run a different item.
I kind of like Boots here just because it's my spinner, like, and it's like a really good switch into Questy, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Boots. Yes, throw Boots.
I think besides Boots and like Shasha, it's either like Stay True, so like a resist berry, and I don't really like maybe Shuka, but I think Boots is kind of better here.
Yeah. I like Boots. I think Boots is okay because then you could also you can always just throw this in versus something like Klefki too. Like Klefki can't really do anything to
Yeah.
it. So unless it could be Calm Mind, Stored Power, which would be a bit annoying. We don't have Haze on this, but we'll have. I don't know if it's gonna be Calm Mind with these two guys coming into the game. But
Yeah.
it might be. Or it could
Maybe
be Calm. It could be Calm
Randall.
Mind Iron Defense. Like it could be both. If it wants to. That could actually be a bit annoying with just like stored power.
Another thing I wanted to bring was like because I think my Arcaldon, like I told you, was gonna be defensive, so like Roar Arcaldon, so it's also kind of like pretty good against it.
Roar on Chaladon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously Dragon Town wouldn't work here, so yeah, that makes sense too. Could also bring Whimsy with Encore, obviously block anything.
Yeah.
You can bring in Whimsy versus Goth and just Encore if it starts setting up or whatever. That's something. Oh no, who pinged me? Was that Burger?
Yeah, it's trying.
Of course, it's Burger. But no, yeah, this is good. I think Boots, like you said, is probably just initially the best thing. But yeah, actually, Calm Mind, Iron Defense, just like Draining Kiss, Stored Power is pretty scary versus your team.
Yeah.
So without any like Trick or Roar or anything, yeah. So that would be a good idea to have some sort of disruption since we don't have Haze. If we had Haze, obviously that would get shut down, but we don't. So
yeah.
We can leave the EVs for now. I mean, we're throwing this in versus things like Salazzle, Klefki,
Alomomola maybe.
Alomomola too. Yeah, so it'd probably be more speed def if I had to guess. You can be speedy if you want, but we don't really have attacks. We just have like knockoff. So, but it could be worthwhile to maybe just run a little bit of speed in case he tries to.
Maybe just like outspeed like the Juggernaut, because Juggernaut like might be like just max speed for like the Blaziken game to just like speed type.
So that would be 284. So it'd be like this. And yeah. Something like that.
Is it not better to just run max HP?
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, that seems good for again just throwing it a couple of times. I would say honestly, if there's no hazards up, you probably prioritize knocking off first, just getting rid of items, then toxic. Yeah. But it really just depends on how the game is going.
My idea is like I can unless it's like a Calm Mind Iron Defense Klefki. If it's like a Spikes one, I can just go into Klefki, and then like the first one I can like scout if he like goes into Ape or just stays in with Knock. And then the second time I can like try to read his Ape switch in with Toxic and just creep it.
Yeah. No, that's smart for sure. Yeah. And it'd be weird. Like she really shouldn't, but it'd be annoying if you try to like Toxic and he just like Thunder Waves you or some stupid shit. And then you get nothing out of it. So yeah, I think knocking, at least you get something out of it, guaranteed, Even if it's a boosted Rage Fist. At least you get the item. So alright. So yeah, this Chien-Pao set's a bit interesting. We could see, I think we have to, like, I don't want to say have to, but like I almost say like it almost has to be like Shed Shell, because like it's either Shed Shell or it's either like Substitute. I think is one of the two.
I really like
so like again, the thing is like if you sub right, Klefki coming in or Alomomola coming in, like they should be able to break a Substitute. That's the only thing like I'm worried about. Like I don't think he's just gonna like not think of Substitute at all and then just let you get a free turn of setup or whatever you wanted to do. is my only thing, because like if it was something
I
like
can probably run
Toxapex, you know,
like
or something, that's easy to sub on. But these guys do get moves to break your sub. I guess Toxapex
yeah.
is like Gunk Shot or whatever, but
We can probably drop like sub for Shit and maybe like Ruination Shit is fine.
let me see. I don't even know like what. Let me see if this gets. I haven't used this guy like ever. It's taunt, which is good. Mean luck. What the heck? What you I mean, how much? What you could do is you could run weakness policy if you want.
That's kind of what.
You could run weakness policy. Like, it's still not going to do too much to you. Klefki would do a bit more, obviously, if it hits you with something. Play rough does more. You don't die, but you could run something like just SD weakness policy to kind of. Only thing is, if they do, like if this thing hits you, or let's say Alamola hits you, you might be in.
I'm kind of worried about like extreme speed.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not like boosting, like this doesn't even do half to you. This is adamant max attack, and like I said, I'm pretty sure Dragonite's gonna be defensive here. It should be. I don't think it's gonna be max attack adamant. And then we could always make this thing super bulky, because if we're planning on getting Sword Dance +2, like to get to +4, I don't think we're gonna need so much attack to where to KO everything. Let's see.
I like something like Crunch, Sacred Sword. I like Ice Shard, I think.
Yeah. That makes sense for moves. And then this, so again, this is another calc why I think like some sort of Toxic Spike or Rocks or something is very big here, because this makes this roll very heavily in your favor if you get to +4.
Yeah. I think I'll probably like throw like Rocks on Arcaldon probably.
Which, I mean, to be honest though, like this scenario would mean like you would have to like basically Swords Dance in front of Alamola, like on a turn that he can do something to you, which is either like Scald or Play Rough to proc your policy to get you to +4, or you know, if you Swords Dance on the switch in to Alamola or Klefki, technically like you could Swords Dance again, and then if they hit you, you get to you get to +6. So it's just what would you Swords Dance with in front of, expecting a switch, because obviously if you get the play wrong and they just stay in, you probably die or lose a lot of health, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, something like Rotom is obviously pretty safe. Not safe, but like
even Rotom can be like, because I think like Chien-Pao it's so good, it takes so much prep out of your opponent that it might be like 3 months to check. Like it can be like Yache with Rotom, and it can be like the Goth up there probably check Chien-Pao somehow. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to look for.
Yeah, or maybe like, yeah. I mean, Scarf Salazzle could be something too, but like you could have a Sucker Punch, so that doesn't really work.
I honestly think just something like Shit and then some kind of attacks can like be fine.
Something too, like I didn't even realize, like he doesn't have like defog, right? So you could also run screens versus this guy.
Like, I have like screens, Mew and Wintercraft, right?
Because like realistically, like what does he do versus screens? Chien-Pao, he can't trick you or nothing. Well, he could trick you with Gothitelle, I guess, but
and that's it.
Well, you could be. Oh my god, hold on, let's check what I caught. I was gonna say like this. Does it get both screens? It just gets one, I think. Light screen. Yeah, no reflect.
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
I'm sure Mew gets both, right?
Yeah, Mew gets both.
Ah, no safeguard. Okay. Wait. Okay. So, like, I know like Mew is like a Terra Captain and all, but like I feel like his team just doesn't like I feel like if you just get like a Swords Dance behind the screens and Misty Terrain, I guess, like you just win the game.
Wait, what? Why Misty Terrain? Like Dragonites?
No, for status, so you don't get statused.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's kind of. I mean, you can do Misty Terrain, but Misty Explosion even like to like speed it out, but that's maybe.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, from you just run screens, Misty Terrain, and then I mean you can make Misty Explosion last if you want to make sure
No,
you
I
get
think
in
it's
Chimpo.
I think if we do this, then even though I said Blaziken kind of sucks, I think like
Yeah, you would bring it. Yeah, you would. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like you just go
And
full
even,
out offense.
honestly, I think the problem is I also really want to run Protect on Blaziken just for the Gopatel to get the, like the +2 boost, I guess.
But you'll be faster than him, no matter
what.
So
I can run like, let's say SD dual stab Stone Age, right? That's like the set.
SD, yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what I would maybe run. I think Balloon is really good here, honestly.
Balloon,
because it's like nice for like Dragonite to. He has to like
Well, I think he might have Hurricane. I think that might be a thing.
True.
So he hit like Landorus, a bit. Might need it for Landorus.
Yeah.
So.
He can run like Kane, Ice Beam, kinda.
Yeah. Then I think he'll still have extreme speed, but.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So.
Like Kane Ice Beam, extreme speed review sounds fine. Yeah. But then he has no Earth.
Yeah. And you can still. I mean, you can still make the Mew, like, let's say, like, they do, like, well, I guess it's not really a big deal, because, again, we have Misty Explosion, so we're not gonna, like, be trapped, technically, like, we'd always just get out of there. I was gonna say Forgot the Tail. I was gonna say you can, like, Terra to escape the thing, but, like, because with this type of Mew set, like, you'd probably lead it just to get the screens up right away. Or if you want, you could lead, like, just, like, to get up a hazard first, and then go into Mew, just so you can like break sashes or whatever. But yeah, like I'm starting to think like he can't, and then even like if he has play rough or whatever, like that doesn't even break substitute if you behind the screen if you have it. So
the question is what am I dropping if I'm bringing Blaziken?
What do you mean? What are you dropping?
Because my initial build was like Chempa, Landers, Tentacool, Caledon, Mew, and Whimsicott, and then if I bring Blaziken, I have to drop out.
Yeah. It would probably be.
I think I have Caledon maybe, but then I don't really have a Terra Cup.
Yeah. Well, we could also make our Chaladon like a setup set too, so it could still work in this type of build too. You could. Or you could just make our Chaladon like the rocker to get up the rocks, and then maybe you don't bring Landorus. Like it's not, like I said, Landorus doesn't look the greatest here, but it's still good. Like that's like a good problem to have. Like you have 7 Pokemon, I think. Even like a Golem, I think could be good because Explosion does pretty much trade at least. Which
Golem is the GOAT.
Yeah, which is always good in versus Staff. Trading 1 mon for 1 mon is good.
Yeah.
So,
I have 2 mons that can go like lead rocks to 30 and then just like have like a last cast up thingy.
Yeah. So that's not a bad idea. Rocks explode, go into Mew, set up, and then you have 4 Pokemon to kind of just blow through his team. I think if we go that route, we probably don't even bring Tentacruel because we're just going for like just offense at that point. We're not like switching into stuff. Yeah.
I think the problem is that I can literally see him bringing like every mon on his team, and like I'm not sure if you can just cover everything with like pre-starts and guys and like just trying to hyper offense him.
I don't know. I think with your top, with your top 2, like you can, and you can even run well, no, you would definitely be 3 attacks on Blaziken. Yeah, it's just the Aqua Jet's annoying to revenge. I was gonna say you could run like Vacuum Wave to be faster, but you'd be physical anyway, and you can't fit
Yeah,
Vacuum
there's
Wave, I don't
upper
think.
hand, but that's like really
Oh yeah, just get upper
inconsistent.
hand. I mean, if they bring in Crawdon versus Blaziken, like they have to go for Aqua Jet. It's not really like a.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's that much of a prediction. So you could run upper hand if you want. Yeah. Um,
What do we have in the builder right now on
just
Tentacle?
a Tentacruel, yeah. And then I had
Yeah.
Chimpa, but nothing. But I don't know.
Um.
I I actually really do like the screens here. So
Yeah, we can do it.
um,
Um.
I'm trying to think. So if we're like this type of set, like reflect, light screen, I'm just thinking of. I don't know if we would necessarily lead this guy because if they lead something like Klefki or whatever, like they can kind of just get up all their hazards versus us while we're doing this, which is not good unless we have taunt. Does Misty Light Clay doesn't extend Misty terrain, right? That's Misty.
No,
That's
no.
terrain
You
extender.
need a terrain extender, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh. What type of status are we blocking? Like T-Wave?
T-Wave, Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
That's the main ones, yeah. I mean, Blissey can T-Wave, this thing can T-Wave, Will-O-Wisp. I guess Will-O-Wisp here, but if you don't want to run Misty Terrain, that's fine. Also, like, Scald Burns would be annoying as fuck, but if you don't want to run Misty Terrain, we can run something like Taunt to stop anything annoying for us. I think would be good.
Yeah.
And then I still think we run Explosion, though. Some sort of Explosion. Does this thing get regular Explosion? No.
I think just U-turn might be fine. Because again.
You can, but again, the problem is like Mew is going to be faster than majority of things, so you're turning into an attack, which could be annoying, especially if we're not Misty Terrain. Like you don't know what they're going to do. They might status. So, I think U-turn is fine if you want to try to reset the screens, but
I low key, I don't know if he's done this like before in the series, but we can even try making like two builds because I am planning to mock this. So we can even try like doing two versions. One with like a more like just a balance thing, and one more like hyper offensive screens Mew, and then just test both of them and see what works better.
Yeah, so I think for like this video we'll focus on the one, and then I think after like I can still talk to you and like do the balance one with you, but it'll be too long I think if we build two separate.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll build like the more like offensive one, and then after we'll do the other one too.
Right.
So no, but I do like U-turn honestly to reset screens if you want later.
Yeah, and then there's no like recovery in this, so we can just run like some disruption things.
Yeah, I think you either run Boom or U-turn. I don't think you do both.
We can even run like spikes here, honestly, because this is gonna be Terra Ghost, right?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
So we can just run spikes.
You want to run spikes? But again, we are probably going to bring out Chaladon too, which could also Terra, so we don't have to necessarily Terra this thing. But and again, we do have U-turn, so we're not going to be trapped even if we don't Terra. So yeah, I think this is fine. Probably. I mean, we could just make this thing max, or not max, but faster than Annihilate just to make sure.
Yeah, it's like 308, I think.
Yeah, it is. Jolly 308. And then I don't really know what's gonna be hitting you here, so.
I think I just feel that is like he's top 3 physical.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think. Again, another option could be taunt, but we'll keep this for now. I think if they go,
yeah.
I think if you like start setting spikes and then they go treads, it might be worth to Terra just to block the spin. Yeah, just to block the spin. Because if he's trying to spin quick, that's pretty much revealing that he's not boots on a lot of guys that he should be. So, but I think this is a good lead set here.
I kind of want to say because we're running this, that we should also run it because I feel like Alomomola does run like boot tier. I think it makes the most sense. So I do kind of want to knock her. I don't know. I don't think I have a knocker besides Pinnacle.
Does Landers get knock?
No, you lost it.
I lost it. Yeah, whack. Okay.
Doesn't Blazer King get knocked?
Yeah, I believe it does. Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel. I mean, we can call this thing already later.
Yeah.
And then all right. So I'll call them probably coming as like a rocker, right?
Yeah. Well, what we could do.
I kind of just like sturdy cost up, honestly.
You want to run the golem explosion crap? We can. We do have to.
Does it have explosion?
Yeah, it has explosion. Are you kidding me? Of course it does. Unless it lost it.
Golem. I thought we were talking about like a column.
About who? Oh, a Charladon.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you say sturdy?
Yeah, he also has sturdy.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that. What the heck? No, this guy doesn't have explosion. No.
Yeah.
We can run sturdy, but the thing is, like, does anything on this team even like one shot us? Like, do we need sturdy? Like maybe.
Unless it's like a really unless it's like a CC Annihilate and we don't run like. Yeah, I feel like we don't really need it. We can probably run.
Yeah, I think Stamina's fine. And also we can show like Terra Fairy too if we want, or just Terra something to like maybe like Terra Flying to resist flying ground or fighting in ground.
Yeah,
you know.
I had Terra Flying on my my build.
Yeah, that's a good one. So you kind of just can't click it for free, you know. But no, this is good to leave with this Stealth Rock. I think in this type of build, then we'd probably just go with like Rocks, Body Press, Dragon Tail, like that type of set.
I like Roar more than Dragon Tail.
Or Roar, yeah, Roar's good too.
Because Roar, like, it's good for Tusky, and also I kind of think it's gonna bring Terra Fairy Annihilate.
Annihilate, okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's fine. So Body Press I think is a given.
And then low key, if we like do Roar, we can even do like Mental Herb for like another.
You think it's gonna be Taunt, like bulk up Taunt?
Because bulk up Taunt, Train Punch, Rage Fist is like kind of perfect into us, right? Unless it's like a choice scarf set, which with like this type of team, I don't know if it will be. Taunt seems very good.
It could be. I mean, I think he might. Yeah, Taunt isn't bad here.
Actually, like most of our team is faster than him, so it doesn't make like the most.
Yeah, I could see him being like Endure as well, like Endure Salic Berry or something if he's set up. That could be a thing too. He is still weak to. He still does get like Ice Sharded or whatever, but with bulk up, obviously, that's not a big concern. So, but Roar is nice, yeah. I don't really know what others like move. Like you could be like Draco at Jetpack if you want to.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Just get your rocks up and then you get momentum into Mew or whatever.
Yeah, I kind of like. I think it can be like kind of dead weight into Klefki, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you could body press it. Like it's not gonna do nothing.
Yeah, but, and also, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think Draco or Jetpack is fine.
I like Draco or Jetpack. Yeah.
Like it. Yeah. You just leave with this guy rocks and then Draco.
Yeah.
Jetpack.
I think I saw like people running this with like Duraludon in DPL and stuff.
Yeah. So, and again, you have Roar, so even if you use the Jetpack, you're not gonna be trapped by Goth. Like you just roar it away. So
yeah,
this is good. I do think it makes sense to be more defensive again into this team. The special guys don't really do anything to you. So
yeah.
If we want speed at all,
we're gonna be like 8 or like 12 views, like speedy views.
I think what we could do is we could just creep like min speed Annihilate. I think is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, Annihilates run this stupid set where it's like this spread, so we can go to 219. I think is good.
Yeah.
Just like that. We would be bold. Something like that is good. It's a good lead. So yeah, we have our pretty much leads and stuff. Now we just gotta build our offense.
So I feel like just like the top three are really gonna be like Soldiers guys, right?
Yeah, top three, and then I'm trying to think of like what the last slot should be. Could be like Ursaring or something, right?
Or I feel like I think either Tentacle or Inzicus, honestly.
Tentacruel, Whimsicott.
Well, Ursaring kind of sucks into like Treads, Klefki, and Aloma.
Well, I mean, again, the thing is like the whole point of like super offense is because Alamola can't like. It's not gonna be able to check everything, especially with screens. So like something like Ursaring, like you could run like bulk up, or you can run SD, but then it gets like Earthquake, Play Rough, and then just normal move, you know, for everything.
Low key, even like SD Tentacle isn't like super better, bro.
Hell no! If you're bringing SD, we're bringing Ursaring instead. We're bringing Tentacle.
Okay, like to be fair, bro, it has like liquidation, gang shot, pretty much covers everything, and it can even like rapid spin.
It only has 70 attack.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be doing a
ton.
Cooked now. Yeah, no, that's cooking. This is week 1, right?
Yeah, it's week 1.
Alright, let's get a couple of wins and then we can start messing around. How about that? Alright, no, but for real, I actually do think Ursaring is like solid. Like just normal move, Earthquake, Play Rough hits everything. So and then either SD or bulk up. I think it's really solid, actually.
I think bulk up. I think like specifically this can be bulk up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm kind of worried that we bring in like first setup guys and you have like the Trick.
Wait, if Gothitelle?
Because I feel like again, like I said, like Trick, Scarf, and then Torment Protect. He's like greens a lot of times.
Right, but the thing is like if you SD, right? Like you're not gonna SD in front of Gothitelle. You're gonna SD like having them bring it in. So even if they bring it in, you're +2. If you attack him on the Trick, like you're gonna do way too much to him. He's not gonna be able to.
Yeah.
Like let's see how much you do. I'm curious. If you're just like, you'd be probably Body Slam here. You wouldn't be like Guts.
Yeah, Body Slam.
Have an item. Body Slam. Oh, that's Tentacruel. Gothitelle. Yeah, so like.
Yeah.
Like it would just die. Like it can't. It doesn't have.
Like, yeah, we've roughed up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, like this is a strong motherfucker. Like 130 is pretty strong. So I think Landers is only like slightly stronger, like 145 or something.
It's like Landers is like 145. Yeah.
Yeah. So like don't underestimate Earthring for real. Behind screens, that thing. And then you could still beat Guts, so you're not even fearing like Willow or something.
That was like +2, right? That was Sorcerer.
Yeah, that was +2 Earthring. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think like bulk up is better or just?
I think Swords Dance is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really bringing like I'm bringing like 4 Swords Dance guys like first.
Yeah, we're pretty Earthring first on the team, honestly. Yeah, no, I think Guts is just better here, and then we could literally be any item too. We don't even have an item yet.
Oh, you can just do Evaluate, no?
You can, yeah, you can for sure. Or if you want to be like, I don't know, like some other citrus berry, chopple berry, like you could be a berry to help you live if you want something, you know. Because like his
if he like if he neutralizes my Mew, this team can like fall, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
again, the sequences, right?
Yeah, again, Mew is faster than pretty much everything, so you're gonna be able to get the screens up and you turn out, and then I really think you should be able to get like at least one more screen before you die. Both. I'll test it. Yeah, both if you position it correctly. So, yeah, I think this is just a max HP X attack. Like I don't think you need speed here, right? I mean, you could run. I mean, it might actually be worth it to creep Aloe, because Aloe shouldn't have speed here. So, and being faster than that could be
you can even creep Klefki.
Yeah, Klefki shouldn't have speed either. No.
I can see him even like bringing like foul play Klefki or something.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll do that. Klefki. 186. So we're gonna have
It should be like 189 ish for like 8 speed maybe. Yeah.
So it'd be something like this.
Yeah, that's good.
And you want to just run Eviolite, you said?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Because then I feel like or like Drain Punch does like from an eye doesn't do much to me.
No, I shouldn't. Let me see. Especially behind the screen, but we'll check without a screen first.
Even behind like even a +1 it shouldn't like outright kill me.
Yeah, that's no screen. So a +1 you still live. And then obviously if you're boosted, player off is gonna kill him. So and then obviously if he zeroes into something else, body slam does way more. So yeah, this is good. This is good. And then like I said, like honestly, like when you get the rocks up and then you go into screens and then U-turn, like Ursaring is probably your first target to set up in because you don't care about status or anything else. I think Ursaring is probably like the easiest clicks. Like you just SD and then just attack like what's in front of you, know? Like I don't think you have to worry about it a lot. I think it's your best way to break things, and then you go into your other guys.
I do feel like then if we do all this because we like because let's say I do like early game Ursaring right into like let's say mid to late game like Blaziken or like Landers. I feel like we could just like drop SD on like Champa and make it just Bandit or something like that.
Yeah, you probably can. Yeah, you don't necessarily need Swords Dance on all 4.
I don't see a situation. Yeah, I don't see a situation where I actually like pull off. So I feel like just having one breaks is like or like even cleans because it's so fast.
Yeah, I do think having something like maybe bulk up on Landorus could be better just because so it makes you less revengeable to Aqua Jet plus extreme speed.
Yeah.
So and again with rocks and then hopefully Ursaring chipping things and we might even get a spike up too. I don't know. Like +1 Landorus is still gonna do a shitload of damage to everything. So it would pretty much have to be like
and
Ice
we can still do the mirror herb thingy.
You could do mirror herb or you can do Yachi too. It's up to you, man.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's just one of like one of those.
Yeah, I think Yachi might be a bit better.
Or even I think even Pasha is fine. So like
even what?
Like Passion Berry.
Oh, Passion Berry.
The water one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just because I think Dragonite is gonna have might have
Ice Beam. Like Ice Beam.
Yeah. So obviously you can miss.
We can do Yachi.
Yeah, obviously you can miss Stone Edge, but it is what it is. You probably just run max here just to make sure you're faster. I like really should not be like max speed. Doesn't really make sense, I think. But
you can like speed creep to the speed creep kind of, right?
Yeah, like he'd probably creep maybe Blaziken. I don't even know though. Like, is it even worth creeping Blaziken?
Cause I feel like I called on speed creeps like Dinak Blaziken, right? So he can speed creep that.
Yeah.
So he can speed creep that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we would be Jolly here. So it'd be like 288, something like that. Because if he creeps 284, 286, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, I do like bulk up here a bit better. And then you can honestly even run Facade if you want. Like you could just do Stab Facade.
So I feel like Edgequake is really good here, right?
Yeah. Or sorry, not Stab. Yeah, Edgequake. I don't know why I said Stab.
And then last move, like the only thing I'm not hitting right now is the Rotom, which probably doesn't come.
Well, I mean, Stone Edge still does like it doesn't resist it. It's still gonna do.
Yeah.
Decent chunk. Let's see how much.
I can honestly just like see U-turn because it also covers the
U-turn.
Gothitail and and then also because the covers Gothitail and Rotom like more and doesn't get trapped.
Yeah, Stone Edge would do about half. So, yeah, we can do U-turn. Let's see. I'm trying to think. U-turn would probably only be used for Rotom, and then to U-turn
It's
on
also nice to have like
Gothitelle.
in general, kind of.
Yeah, the thing is, again, if Gothitelle can't come in, like,
Yeah.
Landers does too much to Gothitelle. Like a +1, it's probably not gonna just kill it, but it should do way too much. Earthquake. Like it does a lot, man. So, like, again, the idea is to not set up on Gothitelle. It's to set up before Gothitelle comes in. So, like, if it's Scarf,
Yeah.
like, it could just hit you. That's the best they could do, is just hit you. There's no Terra type that resists both of these, right? So,
Yeah.
that's why I feel like, I mean, you could run U-turn, but I don't, even something like Endure might be better, or, like I said, Facade, so you don't have to worry about status, like a Scarf.
Oh, you can even run like um I thought outrage for a second, but nah.
Outrage.
It's just for Dragonites, but it's not like it's bad for like everything else.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like a fine click if Klefki's dead, like, and even if Klefki isn't
Yeah.
dead, like, okay, Klefki gets one hit on you, it's not gonna, probably not gonna kill you, but. So outrage isn't.
I don't really like
It's not a bad
the
idea.
move here.
Yeah, but so for me, it's between either outrage, facade, or endure. No, endure doesn't make sense because he has priority. I was gonna say endure could be another way to get like another boost or something if you want. But
Yeah. What's the facade for?
facade is just if it's like Will-O-Wisp, like if it's Scarf Will-O-Wisp or something.
Okay. Yeah.
But again, it's not the most likely.
I mean, into like two steals and like one, like
Yeah.
Because Shreds also, I guess we have like Yachi though. Does like +1 hammer arm kills Treads?
+1 hammer arm? Yeah, definitely. Sure. Are you kidding me?
Because I feel like he probably brings Shuka here.
Hammer arm. Not always actually. It might be defensive too.
Hmm.
Does he have
Like,
screen
I feel
potential? You
like
could run. You could also do break, but if you bring screens for Annihilate,
yeah, actually Brick is pretty good.
if you
I
want,
like it.
yeah, like it. I mean, it could be. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just only for screens, and then if it's balloon, I guess it still hits treads. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we'd be Yachi Berry too, right? Brick. So I think this is fine.
All right.
Big Blaziken.
Blaziken.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, SD3 attacks.
Cool.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else?
Item. Honestly, like, fighting style is super free here, right? Kinda.
Fighting? Yeah, I mean, there's an Annihilate.
I mean, not really.
It doesn't do enough to, like,
Yeah.
well, Dragonite's there too. I don't think
I kind of hate. Go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think, like, something like Blaziken. I want to see how much it does to Alamol, actually. I'm curious.
I don't think it's actually an 89-ish. I guess with Life Orb.
Yeah. So if you're a bandit, it would technically two-shot, but then he could just pivot to Dragonite. And he has a Ghost type too.
I mean, I feel like
isn't ideal. What if you're...
Does it not get Nasty Plot?
Nasty Plot? No, I don't think so. Unless it just got it or something. No.
No. Calm Mind, maybe? Like anything like special?
No. No, I don't think so. You could do like Endure Policy, but then you're in E-Speed range. You could upper. Does upper hand block E-Speed? It
Yeah,
does, right?
but it does like 10%.
Yeah, it's
Like
not gonna do a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um.
Mm,
I mean, to be fair, right? The whole point is that we're trying to like weaken Alamamora, so
yeah.
it can work to some degree. I just need to like kill some stuff before I can just unleash it.
Yeah. What if you're like? So what if you're? So I have an idea here. Like, what if you're SD, right? And then Stone Edge, Flare Blitz, and then like Vacuum Wave with like Policy as your item, right?
But then you're kind of you kind of lose to Alamamora now.
Yeah. Hmm. And you can't be. Yeah. It's just that stupid dude. The stupid Chrono is such a problem for this guy. It's not. It's not really a problem. It's just kind of limits your kills.
I mean, if I get like the like Arcaldon like healthy kinda, it's like a bad switching into it, right? So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily.
Blast Burn. Does it get that move that makes it so you don't have a type? All right.
Blast Burno.
No, it's not Blast Burn. What's that move? What's that move called?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like double shock of fire types.
Yeah, yeah. I forget the name of it, but it doesn't get it.
I think only like Arcanine gets it.
I could have sworn I saw like Embor use it. I think too. Wait, that
Maybe.
That's actually annoying me now. What is it called?
I know Arcanine has it for sure.
Dude, what? Did they remove that move or something? Is it not in the game no more?
Maybe it's like a Nadex thing.
Yeah, I think they moved it. Oh dang. Okay. Anyways,
Kind of why Blaziken kind of S here.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a stupid Crawdon, man. Which I know it's coming. I know it's coming, dude.
I mean, we can still do upper hand, right? It's not like the worst idea.
No, but like, what move would you take off then?
Yeah, it's kind of like a fourth, like 4 MMS. 4 MMS, yeah.
Unless you want to bring like Golem instead, with like Balloon. Golem.
We can do Champa first.
Champa, okay. Actually, I guess
Yeah.
Golem is the same problem though with the whole Aqua Jet, but Golem has like good defenses, right?
Yeah, Golem's really tanky.
Yeah. Chin.
So just Bandit here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bandit is fine. Again,
low key, like Bandit Ruination, I really like.
What in the Bandit Ruination? You said?
Because I feel like the initial switching will always be Klefki. I think going a little more like kind of silly if you see like Blaziken Lando, right?
If you're gonna expect Klefki to be the switch in, then I probably wouldn't run Bandit. Like Ruination makes a lot of sense. I just probably wouldn't Bandit. Plus, like we said, if you do run Bandit, you probably do get killed and trapped after. So, which is not the best. But I do like Ruination. Yeah, Ruination makes sense.
The problem I have with like not running Bandit, I guess, is like what I told you that with like I don't have an immediate threat. All my mons need to like set up or something to actually be threatening.
Yeah.
Like against like a bulky thing like that.
Again, yeah, but again, the things are like, even though these guys do have setup, they still do a shitload of damage. Like you don't necessarily need to like set up with them. Obviously, if the screens are up, yeah, that's the whole point. So you could do like something like Black Glasses if you want like boosted attacks, but I don't necessarily think you need Bandit here. Especially if
I think if you're not doing Bandit, then I it like boots or like Shed Show.
Boots or Shed Shell? Yeah. It'd probably be...
Yeah.
It'd probably be Shed Shell, if I had to guess.
Honestly, if we're doing Shed Show, we can probably just like we can drop Blaziken for like Tentacle, probably.
Well,
and have, like a Rapid Spin.
No, I think that defeats the whole... I don't think this team functions better though that way. I honestly, like, I'm not even trying to troll you. I honestly think if you don't want to bring Blaziken, like, I think Golem can work here.
Golem, yeah.
I do think it can work here because if you have like Shuka or Balloon or something,
I think a lot like you can run like Rock Polish.
Yeah, I mean, it probably might be fast and everything, honestly, because this team's slow. But
yeah,
even just like attacking, because like again, he's electric rock with obviously earthquake. Like, do you think the switches is gonna be treads, right? Like that's pretty much the only thing that can just come in. Not, but like you can just be Shuka or Balloon or whatever, and then hit it with an earthquake. So it's not like treads is like, oh, it's a counter. You can't, like, Golem's useless here, you know. And
we can do like Rock Polish with Balloon and then like EQ, Double Edge, Stone Edge.
What's the speed that this guy hits with Rock Polish? Yeah, I mean he hits. Yeah, he'll hit faster than Salazzle. So yeah, he will.
We can just make that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock Polish. So like, is this guy? How strong is this guy? I kind of want to see.
Does it one shot Alomomola?
We'll see in a second.
Double Edge.
Double Edge, Earthquake, and Stone Edge.
Honestly, we can like Stone Edge only hits like Rotom and Dragonite, right?
Yeah.
We can even make it Explosion, and because Double Edge and Explosion probably does like kind of the same amount to Dragonite.
You can also do Rock Blast if you want to break scale and just kill it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What was I checking? Alamola?
Alomomola, yeah.
Doesn't quite kill it. Yeah, we could also give it an item to boost this if we want, because we don't have an item on this guy yet.
But then like Earthquake, I don't think like it'd probably be like lowerable, honestly.
You should do Expert Belt. Even if no rocks are up, it's not a bad chance to kill, and we should get rocks up.
Does Lurb just like straight up KOs?
Life Orb, yeah, it should. If that's close, yeah. I hate
Life Orb.
I hate Life Orb as an item, but we can, yeah.
I agree, but like because it also probably kills like you know, okay, that's so sad.
Well, that's through multi-scale though. I think Rock Blast does more. Yeah, with 3 hits, it's a good chance to kill. So.
Yeah, and then I think like how much does it do to Dreads with Earthquake?
It almost kills it, not quite. Again, we could definitely have a spike at Rock Up too, but
yeah,
like, yeah, I think this could be a thing. Honestly, like, again, this is kind of similar like Ursaring, where like this might be like a target to go in first.
Yeah, bro, this thing is so cursed.
Dude, this can win. This is how you beat stall. Okay, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, just get.
I'm also like
set up your
mono physical attackers. I just realized this.
I mean, to be honest, on your team, it's just really Mew anyway. I mean, I guess Blaziken could be special, but like, or Chaladon could be special.
Yeah. Oh wait, I like Draco. I have Draco or Chaladon, so it's not like.
Listen, we're having fun with this, okay? So you want to run Life Orb?
Yeah. I feel like Life Orb works. Like, if I chip stuff, because you know, Tread's gonna get chipped even like by Mew, like Alcalon or something, right?
And then you want Double Edge, or do you want? You said Double Edge, right? Because it kills Aloe with the Life Orb. So you better.
I think it's gonna be like a lot of Rico, so it's like the Aqua Jet problem, but I don't really know how we fix it.
Well, how much does Aqua Jet do to us? That's another that would be another reason though as to why like Life Orb would kind of not be the best because you're putting
Yeah.
yourself in Aqua Jet range, bro. Doesn't do like anything.
Yeah, this guy is bulky as fuck.
What the fuck? Oh, that's with the reflect up though. Okay.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So like that's why, again, the whole you want like one sort of hazard to be up. So plus if it's like helmet too, you're gonna be taking helmet, recoil. Look how much recoil you take. So you're gonna be in Aqua Jet range actually anyway.
Maybe it's not a rule for you to run it. It's like go.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we look at this kind of like an easy cordon, you know, kind of check.
Our child. I mean, you could always bring in our child on too on Crawdon.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, once you switch out Golem after like the rock polish, like, I mean, it still might be faster than things because we have a lot of speed too, like to come in later. You're actually the same speed as Ursaring, so.
Yeah.
And I think we put this speed for something.
For another.
For the Klefki, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you could still technically be faster than a good amount of Pokemon he brings if you switch out of the rock polish. So you could go Archaludon on the obvious Aqua Jet if you want, and then Body Press threatens it. So
yeah,
I honestly think you might get more out of this guy than Blaziken. Yeah, it's just you do have to find the opportunity to set up a rock polish on something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I was gonna say the other option, like you said, was just Stealth Rock Boom, but this set does actually seem like it could be. And something you could also do is you would basically take off the whole rock polish and like I mean, I was gonna say you could give yourself like bulk and stuff, but problem is like this speed is actually pretty important, so you pretty much do need like max speed.
Yeah. I mean, I'll test it, right? I have like both builds. If it doesn't do much, I can just make it something else.
Yeah. You could also just be too like if you do the whole like rocks explosion thing, you could just be sash, and then so you can keep your explosion like galvanized, not sturdy, if you want.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I would do if you want to go that route.
Yeah.
And then you could change our Archaludon to like maybe some sort of like iron defense set, or like this could be like some sort of setup, you know, if you want this thing to be a rocker.
I think rock polish probably fine.
Yeah, it's just getting the opportunity to rock polish and then life orb and revenge and all that stuff. But yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Right. And then Chimpao.
Yeah.
So Ruination fine. I think Shed Shell is probably the best.
Okay. Shed Shell, Ruination. You need
Crunch probably Ice Shard.
Yeah.
And then the last move, like Sacred Sword.
It could be Sacred Sword. It could be Taunt,
but, like,
Recover.
Sacred Sword is nice for like Cordons. I don't think we need to focus like because we have like Ruination.
Yeah. Taunt isn't bad either, too. But if you want Sacred Sword, you can do that too. Yeah. Does it get Brick Break?
No. Oh yeah, it does.
Brick Break might be a little bit better here. Because I mean, it's just 5 base power less.
To be honest, this could might as well can also be like sourcing.
It can. It definitely can. Yeah. But I know you didn't like the whole setup thing, so.
Yeah. This would be like soccer maybe. Soccer's pretty nice and like sports in that way, but like stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really get anything else. It doesn't get any way to boost its defenses, right?
Snowscape is like one way.
uh. Yeah, honestly, if it's me, like, yeah, I do put Swords Dance on this too. But
yeah, for so.
Yeah, I know you're not a big fan of that.
That's fine. Because I feel like we have like because if like it's nice to have the right, and I don't really need to click it because it's more like an end game one, right? And then it's gonna play like Ruination maybe, and it's gonna play like Crunch, and then if I really need like to play off like a choke or something, then I can just try to take like a Swordsons and just wait.
Yeah, it does suck that this thing isn't faster than like min speed Dragonite. It's like by like 7 points, but that's what it is. This we can just go Adamant, nothing crazy here. It's faster than Salazzle. So yeah, I think this is fine. So like if Chimpao, if like they bring in Goth to trap you after, let's say you kill something and you want to switch like versus Gothitelle versus an expected trick, like you have to pick like what. I'd probably
I think Golem is pretty expendable, and also because let's say they trick, right? Then what they're gonna do after?
Yeah, it just depends on what they could be. I mean, you could also go out or Chaladon, because then you could just, even though you're gonna be tricked into something, you can roar and then switch out. You know.
True. Yeah. So. I kind of like I kind of like our Chaladon, so with like the Quadron. I think Golem is pretty good because the stuff it does is, if I like get it in on like a trick scarf, I guess like Focus Blast is pretty free.
Yeah. I think
I can honestly just go like Mew and U-turn.
Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah. Just see what it wants to do. Yeah, because if I'm assuming you gotten the screens up already at least once by that time, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at this, I feel like honestly, Ursaring or Landorus is gonna be the Pokemon that probably wins the game, actually. Because Ursaring's coverage is like perfect versus their team. Obviously, we said versus like Rotom for this guy, you're not gonna do a ton. Champao has Klefki and Aloe, but I think you can break. I think it depends on like how many kills like you can get with your early Pokemon. It's like Golem.
Yeah.
Golem comes in. I think it's gonna be a big factor. So, but yeah, you like you said, you'll do mocks or whatever and see like what's going right, what's going wrong.
Yeah, so, I have some cool mocks from some cool people.
Yeah. So, trying to think if there's anything else. So, yeah, I think you just lead our Chaladon again. Maybe if again you're Terra Flying, so they really shouldn't just straight up CC. And just like, so I don't think really anything should technically threaten you turn 1. So I think Rocks is fine. I guess they could taunt you with like Annihilate if they lead it. So I mean, versus Annihilate lead, like you probably still try to Stealth Rock and then roar after. If they taunt you, then you probably just straight go and get out.
If they taunt, I can just straight go. The problem is if they're like Terra Fairy, but if you're Terra Fairy, just roar. No, I'm taunted.
Yeah.
That's what like Mirror Herb and something is pretty like on the Lando was fine because I can like go in on like the 50 or something, but Yachi is also like needed here.
Yeah, so versus if you want, you could fit Encore on this guy to block that. Because like this guy's main role is to just screens and you do have rocks. So it could be like a last
like
saving grace for that thing.
Yeah.
So you could roar or Draco or just go hard Mew and encore it.
Does it get a healing wish?
Who? Mew?
Mew. Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Come on.
No. So, but that's a nice failsafe. If you encore and lock into something as well, you can just get a screen up for free. So that's a good switch.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Yeah, it's a good change, I think. So, but I think this is fine. Yeah. Again, the game's gonna go quick, but if he's not ready for this, then I think he'll be fine.
Go for the golem, bro.
Yeah.
Right. I'll
Yeah.
probably mug this and like send you stuff that happens and like maybe the other build if I
Yeah.
to, like,
You could
mock.
send me the replays too of your mocks so I could see what happened. But
Yeah.
yeah, try to save our Chaladon. I think if Crawdon is there, like that could be a bit annoying. So you might need to keep our Chaladon semi-healthy for that guy. So
Yeah.
but other than that, yeah, I think you'll be fine, man. So thank you for joining me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the battle, of course. Peace. Alright guys, we're here for Mish's battle. Now, he did do a couple of mocks actually before he went into the game, so, and I definitely encourage mocks. I think mocks are really good for leagues or tournaments or anything else. It's just more practice and testing teams out, and he did end up changing the team a little bit, which again is more than fine. So this is the team that we came up with when we built together, and then this is his team that he is actually going into the game with. Now, so the only differences is, well, the Ursaring, the Chimpao, and the Landers are exactly the same, but he did change up his Mew. So originally we had just a dual screen Encore U-turn Mew, and instead he's going with an offensive Mew with nasty plot 3 attacks, which I don't really blame him because the Ghost Resist on the opponent's side weren't really the greatest. So just throwing off Shadow Balls could definitely be really strong here. And then, so because he didn't have screens on Mew, he ended up putting the Reflect on our Chaladon with Light Clay instead of the whole Eject Pack Draco Meteor, which is okay. And then he subbed out Golem for Whimsicott, which I also agree with. I think Whimsicott is better than Golem in this particular matchup. So that is the difference. Again, nothing wrong with just testing out and changing things as it goes. I definitely encourage that. So let's go ahead and get into the game. We lead Arch as they lead Salazzle. Their Annihilate shows to be Terra Steel, so no problems there. And we could just probably get our rocks up here if I had to guess. They go for Toxic, and we roar. Whoa. So yeah, I think turn 1 roaring is really weird. You don't really get anything out of it. Like, they basically they can Toxic us as they did. They can just attack, and then we roar. But there's no rocks up. There's no hazards. Like, you don't really get anything out of roaring unless you manage to roar something into like a booster. You could waste the booster, but there's no booster obviously in this matchup unless it's treads. So I don't think you should really ever like just roar turn 1 raw. Doesn't really make much sense. You just give him a free attack anyways. I definitely think you just stealth rock here because if they Toxic, then you can either go into something else or you can attack it or reflect or do whatever you want really. So, but because we roared, we just take the Toxic for nothing. Now luckily we do roar in the Alamamolo, so now we can probably get our stealth rock up, but definitely just stealth rock turn 1. I'm not really sure why he just straight up roared. So now they can go treads though, which again sucks because they can spin or they can rocks and they can do whatever they want. We body press as they rocks to break a Chople, not bad. And then let's see what happens. We pivot Landers on the potential. I'm assuming he thinks they're going to go for Earthquake. They just go for Spin, which sucks because they could be Yachi or Ice Spinner. We do have Yachi, but that sucks. So they get rocks on our side of the field. We have no hazards, and our Chaladon's a bit chipped. So we go Lando here. We'll probably click bulk up, not bad. It should be doing a good chunk. And they actually show Encore and they're faster, so that should be Choice Scarf to Encore if I had to guess, because we have a lot of speed on this guy, right? Yeah, we have 176 speed, so there's literally no reason for them to be that fast. So I'm gonna confidently say like that. If I'm playing this game, like I would think, okay, that's Scarf Encore. It makes sense. So Mish should switch out knowing that he's gonna switch Annihilate as well, as he does. Goes to Salazzle. And he pivots Whimsicott. So, what that tells me is I don't think Mish actually realized that Annihilate was locked in because he went into the Annihilate check, which Nazmat, he can easily predict that because we're locked with Lando, and he went Salazzle. But I think if Mish realized that like the
Annihilate was scarfed, he could have switched into anything else. But he went into the Annihilate check because I think he didn't realize that it was actually scarfed, or at least I think it's scarfed. It seems to be pretty easily like noticeable it's scarfed. So Naz gets another good matchup, and so we're probably gonna have to switch again. And Rocks Up is definitely killing us. And then he makes another double, and he gets another good matchup. So this is tough for Mish for sure. We eat the Earthquake barely, and we get a Reflect Up. Not bad. Alright, so Mew's in. I mean, a Shadow Ball is really free here. There's no resist. So we go for Plot first. We take it Toxic, which sucks. Yeah, we knew they had Toxic, but it can't really do anything. Yeah, see him bang. Now there's a Sash, so now we're going to take a lot of damage. So I'm saying Rocks would have been really good here. And then if we got this Terror off immediately, we could have spun block, but it is what it is. So, oh my god, and they have Protect too. So our Mew is just going to get whittled down to Toxic. So this is probably not going to do much. Disable, did he go for it again? Oh my god. And then Overheat, holy crap. So the Mew didn't even kill anything. That's a really good set by Nazarmat, and that's just unfortunate. Yeah, that Mew didn't do anything. Crunch comes out, but yeah, it's looking really tough from here, unfortunately. We can Ruination the Klefki, which is nice. Maybe our Ursaring can do something, but we don't have our screens no more. And that's kind of why I like the Mew screen, just because it's definitely more reliable. It's faster than a lot of things, so it could have gotten the screens up multiple times, but it is what it is. You know, it's all hindsight now, so you can't really say anything. So we go Landers. They reveal actually Magnetize too. But I believe we have Brick Break to at least hit this for a little bit. So, and they go for Calm Mind. Dang. So they're Calm Mind, Magnet Rise. What's their Dazzling Gleam and then something else? Brick Break comes out. They're Scarfed Annihilate. If I'm gonna have to guess. U-turn. Yeah, that's definitely a Scarfed Annihilate. So he should have realized. But yeah, we're way too behind now. I think we're just gonna run out of Pokemon. Even Dragonite is still at full health. Ice Bender doesn't really matter. We take the Yachi. He switches. I don't really know why he switches unless I guess he just had no speed on the treads. So he could just pivot Aloe though. Yeah, pretty safe plays from Nazarmat here. He doesn't really have to make too many plays. Whimsicott comes in, probably goes for a last ditch, Tailwind, which is exactly what he does. But unfortunately, I don't think Ursaring is going to be able to take out the rest of the team, especially with only 2 turns of Tailwind left. So Earthquake comes out. Earthquake kills the treads, but then he can just go into... Yep, Dragonite has the multi-scale. That should just 2-shot us, no problem. So play rough, and yeah, so... And it's weakness policy too. So yeah, that was just really tough. I think the initial couple of turns just really set us in the back. The Scarf Encore, not getting up rocks and keeping them up early with that whole sash. The fact that Mew got no kills when it's Terra Ghost Shadow Ball versus no Ghost Resist is really bad. So that was just a really well played Salaz on Naz's part. Nothing else to really say. So unfortunately, 4-0 is not really the closest. So hopefully we can get Mish back on here and go for another one, because yeah, that's just how stall goes. Like sometimes if you can't break a certain thing, or they prep for something and you just don't account for it, like, it's just hard to break. I think stall is definitely not as prominent in Gen 9 with the whole Terra, but as you can see, it can obviously still work. And I wouldn't say this is so like completely stall, but it's definitely a more bulkier build. So that just is what it is, but again, it happened. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys want to be part of the series, all you gotta do is join the Discord down below, and then sign up in the Teambuilding with Zooch channel, sign up, and I'll get you guys into the queue. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.